Welcome back to the Unknown Origins podcast. I'm your host, DevBrev. This is my co-host, Ben, as always.
Hey, I'm back yet again. We're doing good.
And it took a lot of convincing, but I got him back on the show for one more episode.
For one more episode.
At least one more. I have him with me.
One more until it's done.
Yeah, every week I just have to convince him, like, no, come on,
No,
one more,
just
one more.
We'll do it.
This is going to be the one that
This
gets
is
big.
the one.
This is going to be the one.
We'll get there.
Speaking of one, there's a piece of knowledge that I think they all need to know.
I did start One Piece. I might have only got like 4 episodes in.
Like many different forms.
Yes. So we started the live action, watched like 3 or 4 episodes. I thought it was really cool.
He was like
all right,
making breakfast at 10 at night.
Yeah, we were breakfast for dinner, because why not? So I'm like, all right, why not? And then next time my brother came over, the two of us started the actual anime.
The proper.
Yeah. So it's cool. I like it so far. I like that the live action is like a Pirates vibe, like the
Of
Pirates
the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Of the Caribbean.
Yeah, the movie franchise. And my brother, like, that's his favorite movies, especially when he's intoxicated.
We've hooked his brother on One Piece.
We
Like he keeps coming over and being like, One Piece?
Specifically to watch One Piece, and I love it.
Call him at 1 a.m, like, hey, what's the Netflix password? One Piece. He's, I don't know it.
I don't have it. Devon has Netflix. I don't pay for nothing.
And I was asleep.
He was sound asleep.
Also, speaking of Netflix and One Piece, I watched One Piece fan letter today. Very good. It's like one episode, and you'll see it eventually at some point.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna explain too much about what it is. But
Yeah. Do you think?
it's just like a masterpiece of like 23 minutes.
I like it. I like it.
All right, so I guess it's time for Pokemon Advent Calendar time.
Yeah, it is. Thank you. I almost forgot. But again,
We do this every time.
we do this every year.
Not where we do the Advent Calendar, but where we like forget about
the
I
Advent
like try to remember, or he remembers, and then we do a thing.
But yeah, this is my little Advent calendar. I got this forever ago and just never opened it, so I figured it'd be fun to do it on camera. And Devon is gonna try and guess what they all are. So in the past, we've got Caterpie, Eevee, an Upside Down Psyduck, Charmander, Leafeon, Dragonite, Ponyta, Piplup, Horsey, Squirtle, Lucario, and now this next one that I'm opening now that Devon's going to try and guess.
I think I'm going to go Arcanine again. We're going to go back-to-back Arcanine, and this is the one that's going to be Arcanine.
It is not, and this is very hard to get out of here because it's not like centered right.
It keeps doing that to you, where there's just like stuck in there. Crinkly, audio,
I'm so
we
sorry.
love this.
Umbreon.
Umbreon, we got two non-Gen 1s in a row. I almost said 2 Gen 4s in a row. Umbreon, not Gen 4. Very much Gen 2.
1, 4, 1, 1, 4.
Are those the nuclear launch codes, Benjamin?
What generation they're all in? We've had only 1 and 4 so far.
There's just 2.
This is a 2. Yeah, this is the first one that's not Gen 1 or 4.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool, actually.
Which is probably just based off of like the ratios in there. There's probably not that many Gen 2s.
It looks like it is mostly 1 with some 4 and 2 Gen 2s because it's
Umbreon and Munchlax?
Munchlax is in there too, I forget. Wait, no, Munchlax is Gen 4.
You're right, it is.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm always right. Shut up.
Okay, like 2 and 4 for some reason both had like similar philosophies to like adding Pokemon to the deck. So it's like we're adding babies, but also we're adding new evolutions to Gen 1 Pokemon.
Which 3 only added Wynut.
And like they also have different evolutions as well.
Yeah,
so
they do. 3, the only ones they added were Wynut and there was one other baby that they had.
Was Bonsly Gen 2 or 4?
Bonsly was 4.
Okay. Mantike? First in Gen 3?
That was also 4.
Okay, just name the babies. Azumarill?
Azumarill.
There it is.
Yes,
just name babies, we'll get there one day.
Wynut and Azumarill were the only ones they added in Gen 3. Everything else was its own line. And then 4, they came around like, nah, we don't like that idea. It's all got to be mixed together again. So they added a bunch of branches and new evolutions and all kinds of weird stuff.
And Magmarizers and such.
Yes. Oh my god. But yeah, weirdly it is mostly, I'm not even going to try to put that back in there right now. It is like
Umbreon can hang.
Yeah.
Umbreon goes up there. Give me here.
Yeah, perfect.
It goes with the rest.
Yeah, it looks like there is 1 Gen 5, 1 Gen 8.
Gosh, a lot.
2 Gen 2, and the rest are all
Umbreon,
either
Espeon.
1. Oh, and Gen 6, Sylveon too.
Sylveon.
So the rest are all Gen 1 or 4.
If an evolution got added in your generation, good news. You get representation in the advent calendar.
In the advent calendar. We will get there eventually. We're halfway through it.
That's the tagline for the show.
We will get there eventually.
We'll get there eventually.
Yeah, that's halfway done with the
Should be our channel banner. Cool. We'll get there eventually.
I like it. We'll do that.
With like all the things we're like looking forward to.
Oh yeah.
I could make that like today.
That'd be cool.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Are we ready to talk about Pokemon proper?
Yes.
We have gotten there. It is eventually. All right. Lights, camera, quaction, which is also what I said when we started recording today.
Yes, it is.
This episode first aired in Japan on November 5th, 1998, and in the US on October 8th, 1999. So Ben, who was that Pokemon? Hard mode.
I'm gonna go with Meowth.
No, it is Snorlax.
Snorlax. Okay. All right. Great. Wonderful.
This is a game where Ben has to guess who the Pokemon was in the Who Was That Pokemon segment.
But they are always askew. Like,
now
especially
they are.
with the band episodes thrown in there in weird spots, and now it's like an episode behind, so it's weird.
But also we just pick one because we can.
Sometimes we just pick one.
Like Snorlax?
Like Snorlax.
Pay attention to the Snorlax that we talk about in the next episode we talk about.
Yeah.
And at the top of this episode, we see the gang walking along with Jigglypuff following behind them. At least the show always warns us at the top when Jigglypuff will be around.
Is going to be around because they have their bits that they do in most episodes, but sometimes it's like, nah, we'll ignore that one this time, and we'll just do these bits. But then the Jigglypuff comes back, and we do more bits because why?
Like the Victreebel that James has that we have seen once. Time.
But will eventually be another bit that we add more of course. Because we always need more bits.
Brock is worrying about his chili for some reason, but we clearly see Curry behind him.
Yeah. Maybe he's just talking about the weather. Maybe it's chilly outside. Who knows?
True. The gang run into a girl with green hair, and Brock immediately hits on her.
Of course. That's what he does.
We have to talk about this.
Okay.
This production has 5 voice actors.
Yes.
That is all they have.
Yes.
Like, I get it.
Correct.
But it does not help with the repetitiveness of the show.
It does not, because this is Jenny, isn't it?
Yes, and also every other female voice.
Yeah.
Because if it's not Jenny, it's Joy.
Joy, or Misty,
or Jessie.
Or Jessie.
Who might also be Jenny or Joy.
I don't know well enough to say, but you're not wrong.
Dude.
It probably is.
And like Meowth's voice actor is like half
every
the
other
cast.
background character.
Yeah, it's
Yep. But she has a Raichu, and we were just talking about like never seeing Raichu in the last episode. So we throw that back in there. Raichu's here again.
This girl is Katrina, and she battles Ash with her Raichu.
Yep.
And Rocket immediately show up and capture Raichu, but then get beat by Raichu after he frees himself.
Yes.
Then a director shaped like Dr. Robotnik shows up with a full camera crew and does a variation of the Rocket motto.
Yeah, which was really weird.
What is happening? We're 5 minutes into the episode. Like, what are we doing?
There's so much going on here. He reveals his name is Cleven Spielbunk.
Cleven Spielbunk.
Spielbunk. Who, obviously, it's a Steven Spielberg reference.
Yeah.
Like that I don't know what it is in Japanese. I did not look that up.
I didn't look into it either.
It's all good. But yeah, in the English, that is Steven Spielberg.
And he claims to have won the Golden Growlithe Award. Sir, that is an Arcanine behind you.
Yep. The legendary Pokemon Arcanine.
Yes, the legendary Pokemon Arcanine.
Do you know why it's called the legendary Pokemon, Devon?
No, Ben. I don't.
Okay, I don't either.
Juniper, do you know?
She don't know nothing.
Nothing true. Rocket introduced themselves to the director and list their film acumen. These two really are theater kids.
Yes, oh, absolutely they are. Yes.
Cleven is directing a new movie starring only Pokemon, probably because they don't have a union. You can thank the Peakster for that one, dude.
Yep. And we're back to the Peakster.
He's gotta make an appearance every episode.
Of course he does.
It wouldn't be an episode of the Unknown Origins podcast if Pika Hogan didn't appear.
Make his Pika Hogan, or at least some kind of wrestling reference.
Fair. One of the leads on this movie is a Wigglytuff that Jessie describes as a prima donna. Misty says it takes one to know one, which Jessie does not take kindly to. Cleven is looking for a co-star for Wigglytuff after the last one just left.
And Misty attempts to send out her Starmie.
Yeah, because the first, it's Staryu. She doesn't have Starmie anymore.
You're right.
But she sends out Staryu because the first thing in Staryu is Star.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then
Cue Psyduck.
Psyduck comes out. which I really like him in this episode. I won't lie.
I like Psyduck in every episode.
I know you do.
I cannot name an episode where I don't like Psyduck in it.
Fair.
So Psyduck, Pikachu, Vulpix, Raichu, Meowth, the Job Squad, Weezing and Arbok, and some randos are all in the audition.
Yep.
The first audition is a dance audition, and the Pokemon all dance to the Pokemon dance mix off of 2BA Master.
Yes. Which just sounds like a Lady Gaga song. Like 100%. It's
Lady Gaga before Lady Gaga.
Yes, that's exactly
we talked about Prima Donna, now we got pre-Lady Gaga.
There we go.
We got pre-Gaga. And Psyduck, for lack of a better term, is just twerking.
Yeah. Yeah, Psyduck really is just twerking.
He's shaking it.
Yeah. Raichu and Pikachu do like almost a ballroom dance. It was really cute for a second there.
And the Pokemon we all know passed the first audition.
Yep.
Woo. And then the next audition is singing Jigglypuff. Ah!
Yep. We're just throwing all the bits of the
Roll
ball.
the bit. You know how it goes.
Yep.
Like that.
Yeah.
I think they do warn us about the Jigglypuff one. I do think the Jigglypuff one is the one where I'm like, okay, just...
I feel like it's the most annoying just because it doesn't need to be there.
Like
some of the other bits, like, okay, makes sense. Rocket's in every episode, fine, you have to introduce him, whatever.
And it's generally the most repetitive one. Because at least with Rocket, they have fun with it. Yeah.
And then they skip through it, like, okay, haha, Jigglypuff drew on everybody. And then the commercial break ends and they come up and then everybody's got stuff on their face and then they wipe it off and move on with everything.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't affect anything. Ever.
Yeah.
And it's just stupid.
Meowth sings a little song while strumming a ukulele, and Wigglytuff tries to join, but Meowth says he works alone, and Wigglytuff beats him up.
Yeah, Brock has the line here, Wigglytuff's more tough than Wiggly. And I don't know why I like that line, but I love that line.
He's pink and tough and all wiggly. The Job Squad then reveal that they can't sing, and Wigglytuff beats them up too. Yep. Rocket then exit the episode.
Yeah, and they're like really going through it too. Weezing and Arbok are just so distraught.
They really wanted to be in this movie.
They really did.
They do take after Jesse and James, don't they?
They really do.
Everyone backs away because they are intimidated by Wigglytuff, except for Psyduck, who wins the audition. Let's go! Yay!
That's my boy.
Yep. Cleveland breaks down the plot of his movie, and it's literally Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah,
like
it's
straight up.
Similar. They die from an arrow instead of poison. But
only Psyduck, though.
Well, only Psyduck. Yeah.
Psyduck dies.
Yeah.
Lame.
Straight up dead. He gets got.
Misty says that the movie doesn't sound original, so I guess this guy is more Tarantino than Spielberg.
Nice.
Rocket wants to get back into the episode, but the Job Squad is still moping around, so Jesse and James give their Pokemon a good pep talk. Yeah. Like an actual good pep talk.
It actually is. It's pretty cool.
Cleveland decides to film the last scene first. I literally do the exact opposite of this, unless there's another circumstance.
Because you're intelligent. And this guy obviously is not.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing. I think they just didn't want to do a montage and just wanted to do the big climactic scene.
No, that makes so much sense.
Rocket show back up doing the motto while upstaging each other, and Rocket then get dogpiled on by all of the Pokemon and the camera crew.
Everybody jumps in. The camera crew, Ash and Misty and Brock are all in there too. Like everybody's just, all right, my time to shine. Let's go.
Ash, Misty, and Brock are more just like posing for the camera.
Yeah, and then they get drawn into the fight too. Like
Meowth then uses a big crane to capture all the Pokemon, except for of course Psyduck.
Yep.
Misty yells at Psyduck to do something. Wigglytuff yells something. I don't know. I don't understand what it's saying. But poor Psyduck gets overwhelmed and cue headache. Mm-hmm. I love Psyduck.
Yeah.
We just saw this.
Yes.
We have officially overused Psyduck.
Correct.
Only because we have gotten it twice in 4 episodes.
Correct.
Him getting the big headache is a thing you do once in a while. Maybe even just once, period.
Yep. But yeah, I don't think Psyduck was entirely necessary with the Slowpoke episode. Like, I understand why they did it.
Psyduck's bit is that he's stupid and that he pops out whenever Misty doesn't want him to.
So if they just would have left it at that, that would have been fine. He didn't need to do the whole headache thing there. This one made a little more sense to me. It's fine to see him here. I get, like, if we have to use somebody, like, it's funny that it's him. Because he has no idea what's going on. But we didn't have to do this again.
Yeah,
like it's just, I don't know, it's
lazy.
a lot.
It's lazy.
It is.
And it's very easy to overuse this.
And they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Psyduck gets knocked down, and Wigglytuff and him act out the final scene of the movie.
Yep.
And then I just have one question.
Yeah.
Why was Katrina here? What purpose did
Who
she
knows?
Did you even know who I was talking about when I asked that? The green-haired girl with the right shoe.
Green-haired girl. No, yeah. I'm assuming is a setup for the league because she did mention looking forward to it.
I would hope so.
I would really hope so because we have not a lot more episodes until the league, and we have not talked about it at all.
Like, I would kind of need to see her there.
Yeah.
At least I would like to see more people who we have seen before show up here.
Any of the people that Ash has fought already that he's like, oh yeah, I'll see you eventually down the line.
AJ, Samurai Guy, pick your character of choosing.
Yeah, any of them. I doubt we'll see more than like 2 in the league, if that.
Yeah.
So she might be one though because she is introduced a lot sooner, and they do specifically talk about the Pokemon League. So we'll see. Yeah. I don't know, but I'm hoping. Because if not, that's just stupid to introduce her here.
Like, I don't know if she's like a diversion to be like, oh, we're talking about this girl, and it's like, no, movie time.
Just kidding. Yeah.
Cleveland Spielbung or whatever his name is.
Cleveland Spielbung.
Psyduck also has a girlfriend. He doesn't look too thrilled about it.
No.
Like, Wigglytuff seems like really chummy with Psyduck, and he's like, Psyduck.
Okay, I'm here. I'm doing this. Let's go.
I didn't dislike this one as much as some of the other ones, probably because Psyduck.
Yeah, this one was okay. And I'm not even like a huge, like, over-the-top Psyduck fan like you are a little bit. But I liked this episode. It was okay. And it could have been anywhere. It didn't have to be right before the league again.
Yeah.
But this was an okay episode.
Yeah. It had some goofs, had some gaffes. Rocket weren't as annoying.
No, they were annoying because they were trying to get in front of the camera and do their thing. Like, that was the point of them. Which they played.
I meant annoying, like, to the episode to me.
Oh, yeah.
Not annoying to the gang.
Yeah. Well, that was the whole point this time. Instead of just them showing up randomly throughout they're doing this to be in front of the camera and to have more steam time. Yeah. So it makes sense here. Yeah. I don't know.
Speaking of Team Rocket.
Team Rocket.
Next episode is Go West, Young Meowth.
Yes.
Released in Japanese November 12th, 1998, and October 9th, 1999 in English. So Ben, who was that Pokemon?
Is it Onix?
It is Onix.
Hey, there we go.
Finally got one.
I did. It's been a while, but that's okay.
Ash and his friends are still in Pallet Town, and Ash and Brock are doing radio calisthenics.
Yep.
Without a radio. They're just doing calisthenics.
They're just doing it.
Looks like radio calisthenics. They all get a letter saying that they are invited to the premiere of that movie they just filmed last episode.
Yeah.
And the premiere is in Hollywood, California!
Woo!
In the original Japanese, it's just a town called Hollywood.
Okay.
But in the dub, it is specifically Hollywood, California.
Yeah.
Like, there's a Hollywood, Florida.
Interesting.
There's other Hollywoods.
Yeah, they didn't have to use Hollywood. Because, I mean, when we go there, it's a little run down.
Well, it is California, Benjamin.
Well, okay. All right.
We also see what I think is an MGM reference with a circle closing in on Pikachu's face as it opens its mouth.
Yeah, I was thinking more Looney Tunes, but...
Yeah, but that's more like pop out of... That's all Pikachu.
That's... Sorry, how's that go?
I'm not doing it. You're not doing it. It's already on camera. You can play it as many times as you want. Right. I'm not doing it again now.
I suppose.
Jesse and James are putting up a poster for the movie despite not being invited to the premiere. And Meowth then reminisces about his days in Hollywood.
Yes, and we get more Meowth backstory, which I like. This is the only time that I've liked Rocket is when we got in their backstory. The James episode was really good. This one's really good, and I hope eventually we'll get more of Jesse than just the snow.
It's almost like when we focus on characters that are in the show. It's better.
It's almost
than
just that.
Adding characters in and be like, you care about them, right? No, I don't.
Crazy. It's crazy that they don't have a villain of the week without having a villain.
Almost like if we had 3 characters who maybe one of them had a Charmander, one of them had a Bulbasaur, one of them had a Squirtle, and they were all from Pallet Town.
Yeah, that would be
they
really
may or may
cool.
not have known Ash.
Totally do
if
that.
only those characters existed and they could show up periodically like Gary does. And they can have their own quirky personalities.
There's no way they would ever.
No,
do that.
we don't
so
have
stupid.
that.
Yeah.
This episode proves that those characters that we think should exist do have credence to exist.
Yeah.
All right. Talking about Meowth episode, it's really good. We'll talk about why it's good.
Yep.
Meowth remembers his days as a stray cat at a local park on And then one day, he was tied to a tree for knocking over some baseballs, thinking it was food. Our cat would never.
No,
She would never do that.
She wouldn't care if it's food or not. She would just knock it over.
While tied up, Meowth watched the premiere of the movie That Darn Meowth. In the movie, Meowth watched another Meowth eat ice cream and fried chicken, something Meowth could only dream of. So Meowth vowed to go to Hollywood to make his dream come true.
Yep.
Meowth's a theater kid too.
He is also a theater kid. He decided to go to Hollywood, and he ran into the gang.
Well, Ash and the gang, plus his mom, arrive in Hollywood, but the place is a dump. Yeah, that's California.
Sorry, what do you mean Ash's mom? That's Marilyn Monroe.
No, she's doing the Marilyn Monroe.
Well, yeah, but that's just her. I don't know what you're talking about.
But it's like in a dream sequence.
It's weird,
because it like pulls away or like it like cross dissolves and it's like, ugh, this place is a dump. It's like off Broadway, but for movies.
Kinda.
Like,
yeah.
Off Hollywood.
Off Hollywood. It's slightly off.
We didn't see Meowth narrate his backstory like it's a noir film. Like he's got the trench coat and everything.
He does. He's being real like vague about everything too. He's talking to James and Jesse. He's like, I got some stuff I gotta go do and take care of.
Meowth goes Hollywood, and while there, he tries to steal from a restaurant in his backstory. But it is unsuccessful, so he joins a gang led by a Persian.
Yep. Maybe this is why he dislikes Giovanni's Persian so much.
There
are probably other reasons.
It's probably because Persian's in a spot that Meowth covets.
Right.
But also probably because, like, I've known Persians like you before.
Yeah.
Like, I know what you're about.
Yeah.
At one point, after joining the gang, he spies a female Meowth in a store window and almost dies running up to talk to her.
Oh, yeah.
This female Meowth is Meowsy, who belongs to a very rich lady. So Meowsy wants nothing to do with Meowth because he is just a street Meowth.
Yeah. She's even got like a diamond-studded Pokeball, which reminded me of the little like sticker seals and stuff from Gen 4.
Also the diamond like ring box Pokeball that they're coming out with. And like the Tiffany & Co. Pokeball.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Those are pretty neat.
We then see Meowth learning to walk on 2 feet and trying to learn to talk. And because he wants to try to impress Meowsy.
Right.
Because, Meowsy's with a human, has a rapport with a human. So if Meowth can become more human-like, then Meowsy will like him. And the sequence is really emotional.
It is. It gets repetitive at the end, but it is,
It's perseverance.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, I think the fact that there is repetition, like...
It makes sense.
There's a point to it.
Right.
And, like, it wasn't getting to me as much.
That's fair. It didn't as much as some of the other scenes, because I know we've talked about, like, the recycled animation, especially in the Blaine episode, I think it was, where they're carrying the rocks and it goes on for way too long. Yeah. There wasn't as much of that because it does show him improving.
Yeah, progressing.
But it's very similar, and so you could see it as that as well, but... I don't know. It was good. Yeah. I also just thought it was very fun. Like, it's mentioned a little later, but when he's in the alphabet book that he's learning from, the first page that he goes to is R, and it's a rocket. Yeah. And it's
rocket was the first word that he learned.
Yeah. So it was just cute. It was very nice. It made me giggle a little bit even before he mentioned it. I'm like, I get it. Yeah.
And there's this part where Meowth, like, he first starts to walk. Like, he can walk and he gets it, but he's not great at it. Mm-hmm. And they're back to stealing from, like, the restaurant with, like, the other cats. Yeah. And they're all scurrying out, and he's walking. Mm-hmm. And the chef catches him. And then the next line after that is, that's when I learned to crawl. Yeah. And it's like, he got beaten down. Yeah. And had to, like, crawl his way out of there. And crawled his way to, like, the vocal lessons. And then started to try to learn to talk.
Yeah. Eventually, he does kind of get the hang of it, though.
Yeah.
A little bit. He's still got his little bit of a little accent.
New York accent.
New York accent, yeah.
In Hollywood.
In Hollywood, of all places, the New York accent.
This backstory is about Meowth persevering to better himself so he can impress a girl. It's not very lofty motivation, but it was his goal, and he achieved it.
Yeah.
This is a great backstory.
Good. It is. It makes sense. It's good. I remember I had one of the little, like, it's like a flip
picture books.
But it had like a fake interview set up with Meowth in the back of it. It was a Pokemon book because everything I had was Pokemon. But it had a fake interview in the back of it between Meowth and some made up camera person. Yeah. And
was it Cleveland Spielberg?
It could have been. Maybe it was. But it was talking about how he learned how to talk to impress a girl. And I always thought that was really cool. I didn't know that was actually in an episode. Yeah. So it was cool to kind of come full circle.
The book is canon.
Yeah, the book is canon. This is true. So it was kind of cool.
Or within continuity, using continuity.
Right. So it was just neat.
Meowth goes back to Meowsy to show her how much he's changed, and she says that he's still broke and a freak.
Yep.
Because he walks on 2 legs like a human, but he's still a street Meowth.
It was crazy.
The guy can't win.
No, he can't. Unfortunately, he just can't. And that's when he turned to the life of crime.
To join Team Rocket to get rich. Because that's the lesson he learned from that.
Get money.
I may be a freak, but if I'm at least a rich freak, then I can get away with it.
Oh, man.
Back in the present day, Meowth runs into his old gang, and we see that Meowsy is now a member. Meowsy was released by her trainer because she couldn't afford to keep her anymore, and that's when Meowsy got picked up by Persian and his gang.
Yeah.
Meowth tries to get Meowsy free from the gang, but he is ambushed, but don't worry, Team Rocket show up and do the song from the Jigglypuff episode with that cool bass line.
Weird little all right, we're going to throw that in there
Bringing
too.
it back. Bringing it back. Rocket helped Meowth get away from the other Meowth so he can go after Persian and Meowsy. And then Meowth and Persian have a showdown on a rooftop at sundown, which looks really cool.
It does. And they do the whole typical, they run by and then wait for something to happen and then
Yep. Meowth ends up winning the duel, but Meowsy gets upset that Meowth hurt Persian because Meowsy wants to stay with the gang because the gang was there for her when she was down and out.
Yeah.
Plus, Meowth is still just a street Meowth.
Yep. He's still freak.
He's not any richer than the last time she saw him.
Yeah. No, it's yeah, that kind of sucked. Pulling at the heartstrings just a little bit. Man, this guy just can't catch a break.
No, I mean, we can't really have Meowth, get the girl in the end.
Yeah.
But it is still, upsetting to see. That's how it went, and not that, oh, she left a while ago.
Yeah.
You just missed your opportunity.
Right.
No, it's literally...
you never had a shot.
Hi, for the 3rd time, you're a freak, leave me alone.
Which is crazy. That all this for a girl. Just didn't work.
Back at the premiere, which is now over, everyone is upset that they weren't in the movie. The director reminds them that he only wanted Pokemon in the movie.
And then for some reason, Team Rocket comes
Show up and do the motto.
Just because they had to throw the motto. How do we still have time for this? We don't. They did the motto and they're like, all right, bye.
They immediately dance off again, and James hits a pretty good note.
He does. He does. I'll give him that.
Then another MJ and Pikachu moment. But right before the end of the episode, we see Meowth looking up at the moon and wondering if Meowsy is looking up at the moon too.
Yeah, just a really sad kind of little last frame there. They had to tug at the heartstrings one last time.
This was a great episode.
This was a really good episode.
This
is one of my favorites we've had in a while.
Yeah.
So I was very
I think
impressed.
This was better than the James backstory one.
I agree.
Yeah.
I do. I think this was better. Still holding out for more Jesse.
Okay,
to see, but of the ones we've gotten so far.
Where would you put what is this episode called so I can do a TikTok short? Okay, where would you rank Go West Young Meowth against Bye Bye Butterfree?
Ooh. I think I like this better than Bye Bye Butterfree.
Really?
I think I do. Bye Bye Butterfree,
both of them have one of them has heartbreak in it, the other one has a successful love story in it.
Yeah. I think it just works a little better. It's Bye Bye Butterfree, you at least get a little bit of a heartfelt goodbye, you get closure. This one kind of leaves it open. It's just kind of, okay, well, it sucks.
I think it tells a better story within the episode in the Meowth episode.
Yeah.
But I think Butterfree ties in everything else.
Agreed.
It's that long-term versus short-term kind of storytelling.
I think if it's just solely based on the entirety of the one episode, I think this is a better episode.
Where would you rank Go West Young Meowth against the Charmander episode?
Ooh. Man, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
I think this still might beat it, though. Just a little bit.
Both of them have good stories.
Yes,
both of them have emotional element to them as well.
I think I'm just more attached to Meowth's character by this point.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
And then just to amuse myself, where would you rank it against Big Dragonite?
Big Dragonite for the win! No, I'm so kidding.
Just to amuse myself.
Dragonite's, of the 4 we've now talked about, that's still the lowest. But
see, it's not a good episode, Ben.
But it's not tugging at the heartstrings like the rest of these are, man. You picked all the sad episodes and then Big Dragonite.
Big Dragonite.
Yeah, that's fair. But no,
I didn't even like mean to pick the sad episodes. I was just like, what episodes
iconic,
what episodes stick out in my
remember?
head as like, I enjoyed that one,
That's
and
fair.
I would put it in like an A tier or an S tier.
That's fair.
And those were the ones that I picked. And
Big Dragonite,
which I know we're gonna fight on. When we do the tier list, we're gonna fight about Big Dragonite.
I like Dragonite.
We're gonna fight about it.
Oh, yeah, that was a really good episode.
Yeah. Moving on to Master the Unexpected. Released in Japan on November 19th, 1998, and in English on October 11th, 1999.
Yeah.
So, Yawning Ben,
Yeah.
who was that Pokemon?
I went with Gengar.
It's Alakazam.
Okay, yeah. There were a lot of options for that, just based on how chaotic the next episode seems. We haven't watched it yet, so I don't know for sure.
Yeah, just based off the thumbnail.
Just the thumbnail and the description. I'm like, it could be a lot.
A lot of things happening.
One on the thumbnail. But yeah.
We start back in Pallet Town, and Brock and Ash are watching TV, but Misty gets mad because she thinks they're slacking off on training. But in actuality, they are studying tapes of Bruno, one of the Elite Four, so they can learn the secret to Pokemon training.
Cool guy, Bruno.
Yeah.
We don't talk about him much.
Yeah, like, he's like...
We don't talk about Bruno.
True. He's one of, like, he's like the oddity of the Elite Four.
Yeah, he kind of is.
Like, Agatha
has her whole, like, weird
thing with
backstory
Oak and her ghost stuff. Lorelai just has, like, a cool design. Yeah. And then, like, Lance is Lance.
Yeah, Lance is the champion of the next region, so, like, he gets more.
And he has, like, plot relevance in Gold and Silver and Crystal as well. Bruno's just, like, an oddity. Yeah.
I feel like Lorelai is kind of in that boat. She does get a little more, though.
Yeah. Like, when I was talking, I was just kind of like, yeah. Like, I feel like it's something like Bruno, Lorelai, like, very close together, and then Agatha Lance.
And Lance. Yeah, definitely.
Is Bruno even still on the Elite Four in Johto? I think he is.
I don't know. I've never actually beat
I know.
Yeah.
That was just a general, like, trivia question. Delia, Ash's mom, shares a rumor that Bruno is on Mount Hideaway secretly training.
Yes.
Everyone heads up to the mountain to find Bruno, and Ash and Brock are exhausted, so they tell Misty they can stop if she's tired. So Misty says they can all take a break.
Okay.
The gang is at a little rest stop when an old woman I can barely understand shows up with Dongo, muskrat meatballs. Dongo are dumplings made with rice flour and glutinous rice flour.
Yep. It's not quite the same, but not the accent even, but the way like you can hardly understand her, and that's kind of the point. Reminds me of Boomhauser from King of the Hill. Just like it's very quick and southern and very like, but yeah, I just had to throw it in there.
The old lady says that people keep stealing her meatballs, and then we see Team Rocket dressed as old people. Stealing the meatballs.
Who could that be?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's not like we have these criminal characters who are reoccur every
created
episode.
Specifically to steal things.
Oh my god. Swipe or no swiping. Anyways, let's keep...
Wait, but like actually though, that's literally what Team Rocket are.
I know. It's the same thing.
And that show plays to an even younger demographic, I would say. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Here we are.
This is really a baby show made for babies.
This really is.
Rocket starts to do the motto, but Meowth says we can fast forward this, and they literally do.
The funniest bit that they've done during their motto.
Yeah.
This is genuinely like, all right, we can go through.
I'm glad that they do this with Team Rocket.
Yeah,
I'm glad that they don't have like a sanctity with the Team Rocket motto where it's like, no,
it has to be this way
in
every
full,
time.
In there, we have to do it.
Yeah, they've started adding more of Meowth's little lines at the end, but even throughout, like they'll throw one-offs in there every once in a while, just change things up. And I like that they do bits like this too.
Yeah. Rockets say that they have been living in the mountains like hermits to get back to basics, but then the old lady chases them off with a broom.
Yeah.
Get out of here, guys. You'll be back, don't worry. But right now, we don't need you. The old lady then says that the onyx in the area grow really large, so be careful. She's talking
massive.
She's talking about them like they're flowers.
Yeah, they're not flowers.
Yeah.
These are
rock snakes.
Rocks of unusual size.
Rock monster. Rock monster.
Oh, God.
Do you know what movie that's from, Benjamin?
Do I? I don't know.
It's from the pirates that don't do anything. Specifically Rock Monster. Not Rock Lobster, which is very similar to Rock Monster and Rock Lobster. But
interesting. I didn't know that. I have not seen that movie.
It was a VeggieTales movie.
I have not seen that movie.
It's very funny.
Okay. That's fair. I wasn't like a huge VeggieTales kid. Like I watched it here and there, but the Rumor Weed is one that I watched a lot with Larry Boy.
Yeah.
He's my favorite. I like Larry Boy. Anyways, Pokemon.
Yeah, back to Pokemon. On from baby shows made for babies, on to baby shows made for babies.
Woo!
As the gang go further up the mountain, they come across a large ditch. But it turns out to be tracks left by a giant Onix. And the gang almost get run over by it. But this Onix is special because it has a little marking on its face.
Yeah. He's cool. I called him Scarface in my notes.
Scarface. Say hello to my say hello to my big tracks. Bruno then shows up and saves the gang from getting trampled. And Ash and Brock ask Bruno to train them, and Brock even makes Ash do like a dogeza. Are you familiar with dogezas?
No.
It's like that deep bow that he made him do, where he's like on his knees and his forehead is like on the ground.
That makes sense.
Like,
that makes sense.
Get down there.
I don't know if this is a reference or not, but Bruno says the phrase, "Are you okay?" like 4 times throughout this, and I looked it up. That's Terry Bogard's like catchphrase that he does from Fatal Fury.
Terry Gogurt.
Yeah, Terry Gogurt. It was a couple years before this, so there's a chance that it could be a reference to that. I don't
Are you okay?
know. But I played a lot of Super Smash Brothers for a while, and that was like the taunt that he uses.
Gogurt's in there.
Are you okay? He does it a few times throughout here, so I'm like, it could be
Fighting guy saying a line from a fighting game.
Big shirtless man, like I don't know, but it's possible. I'm just throwing it out there for the world to hear.
If anything, Bruno's more Ryu than Terry.
100%.
Ash and Brock's training consists of farmers carrying buckets of water, splitting logs, and moving boulders around. I think Bruno just wants his chores done.
Yeah, he's just helping them cook a meal. That's all this is.
Yeah.
He has the water for the meal. He makes a little oven out of the stones and sets the fire and does it. Yeah. No,
also, the bit in all these moments is that Ash keeps running into Misty.
Yeah, he keeps like throwing rocks at her. He dumps
Splashing
the water
on her. Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's weird.
Because like we can't just have it be like they're carrying water. Are you sure this is training? Yeah, Misty, it's training. Like, no, it has to be, are you sure you're doing this well? Like, there has to be slapstick.
Entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah.
Entertaining.
Bruno is making a stew, rice porridge in the original, on a campfire and asks Ash to peel a stick for him, and then says the secret to Pokemon training is to not forget a fork, and uses the peeled branch as chopsticks. In the original, this is a pun on the terms esoteric technique and folding fan. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Great.
That's the pun.
Cool.
I didn't look too much further into it, but that's the pun.
Ugh, good Lord.
It is an esoteric technique, though.
Yeah, fair enough.
Brock is still convinced that everything was relevant and that Bruno is still a master. So to prove himself right, Brock then attacks Bruno, expecting him to just dodge it.
And he doesn't.
Bruno does not.
He doesn't at all.
Bruno says that he is here not to protect the secrets of Pokemon training, but to catch the Big Onix. And it's no secret that having a strong Pokemon is important to Pokemon training.
I was gonna say, this is what I feel like everybody did in the original games. They're like, oh, my team's a little lacking. Let me just go to Victory Road and catch something strong real quick, and then go and fight the Elite Four.
Yeah. Ash and Brock get disillusioned to Bruno after this revelation.
Yep.
Never mind Rocket are back, and they plan to use a rocket launcher to capture the giant Onix.
Yeah, that works out for him.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Onix starts going berserk, and Ash gets knocked down into harm's way. Pikachu gets in front of Ash to try and protect him, but Bruno ends up saving both of them.
And then asking, are you okay?
Yeah, Bruno asks Onix what's wrong, and when he gets no answer, he tricks Onix into hitting itself by jumping on its nose.
Yes.
Turns out Onix was in pain because there was a sand slash in its crack, or one of them at least.
You could have phrased that.
See, he's a boulder. He's got a lot of cracks within the boulders, right?
I got it.
Rock monster.
Yeah. I would also be a little upset if I had a sand slash in my crack.
Yeah, one of them at least.
Like, yeah, that would suck.
Before the gang leaves, Bruno says that the secret to Pokemon training is that humans and Pokemon must care for each other, just like Ash and Pikachu do. And that he would be honored to battle Ash one day. Maybe that happens.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
We'll see how far he gets into the league. Yep. If we ever get there.
This one we can throw on the pile.
Yeah, this one was rough. It was nice that they introduced a character that'll be like kind of important.
Hopefully
later.
relevant.
Hopefully.
is from the games.
Yeah.
You know, we can do a lot more with him.
Gives him more of a character than just strong guy, shirtless, okay, Brock 2.0.
Yeah. But I feel like he's falling into like the Bill category. Yeah. Where it's like, Bill just seems like a one-off kind of guy, even though he was actively in the games.
Right.
Some of the gym leaders are kind of feeling like that, you know? Like Erica and Maybe Surge a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's nice.
Koga.
Oh my god, yeah.
Koga. I forgot about Koga. Like Koga so feels unimportant to the story of Pokemon that is being told.
Yeah.
And so I feel like Bruno is like getting put into that kind of venue.
He's not quite there. There's at least a little bit of like a mentor, like, okay, this is somebody strong that I can look up to, relationship. But it's not far from that. I mean, it's a very fine line.
I think we could have spent like multiple episodes with Bruno, like we did with Sabrina, like we did with Todd, who's another perfect example of like a good use of bringing a character from like a game, not the game,
the main line, but that's fine.
But like a spinoff,
bringing
a character in and like using them properly.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're right. There are many ways to do it right. This worked, but it could have worked better.
Like, we could have introduced Bruno a little bit earlier and had him just... Because instead of, like, starting every episode in Pallet Town, we could have started it out in, like, Bruno's cave or something.
We had to spend the first 5 minutes of every episode saying, Ash, why aren't you doing your training today? I don't know. I'm going to come up with another random excuse for this episode. Yeah. And then we get into the episode. If we just didn't do that, we could have had something else there instead.
Yeah.
Like Bruno. But, here we are. Baby show made for babies.
Yeah. And then we got 3 more episodes of non-league, and then we got league. So one more of our episodes, and after that, we're in the league for like 2 episodes.
Yeah, for like 2 episodes. Oh god.
The league is not long.
No.
Which is
we've been hyping this up for so long too.
So upsetting. Like,
yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna be real. I just want to get to the second opening.
That's fair.
I just want to get to. So you want to be a master? I get
it.
Not because I don't like the first opening, because I think I have a lot to say about it, and I'm like, I can feel that we're getting closer to it, and I'm like, when is it gonna kick in?
I have heard this now. This is our 26th episode. We've heard it over 70 times.
Just watching Pokemon. Not including any time we might have just listened to it on our own.
In the car, or on a playlist, or whatever else, and the 25 years that I've lived before that I've heard it God knows how many times.
Yes.
We've heard it enough.
Last night for me.
Else. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, it's a lot of Pokemon, but we're going to keep doing it. What was our tagline that we said earlier?
We'll get there eventually.
We'll get there eventually. So stay tuned for that eventually. I've been DevBrev. Watch DevBrev on the YouTube channels.
Yeah, and I've been Discjockeymonkeyboys. Again, eventually I'll start posting on there, I promise. It'll happen.
Until next time, trainers, gotta watch them all.